XRP fans, we're 2 days away from election, which means we might be 2 days away from Gary G being gone and maybe positive crypto regs. We're also going to talk about XRP price along with a bunch of ETH holders in the green. Does that spell good or bad news for ETH? And Binance and Coinbase in trouble for bending over token launches? And happy Monday to you all. I am alive and well, and I'm ready to talk about crypto. But before I talk about crypto, I talk about you. Yes, your comments come first. Just like you should make her come first, because then she'll treat you better at the end. Peter Gosner says, I had to wait until Saturday to watch this vid, so I didn't go through withdrawals. That's right, I had to take a whole day off, because I spent some time racing, and yesterday I needed to recover. Live in Harmony says, good luck with the race, Klaus. Have an epic time. I did. I've got an amazing story to tell. I'm actually going to do a separate video about it. S. Rawlings says, good luck in the race. Thank you much. And Scarlet Design says, I hope you have a safe and successful run. Check and mate. I'm a little messed up in the head, a little like shaky. I'm not 100% yet, okay? So if you notice me messing up words, if maybe I slur a little bit, dude, that race took a lot out of me, but let's see if I still got it. And whoa, why does the heat map look so different today? Well, this is for the last week. I really wanted to put into perspective what things look like leading up into the election, okay? So this is a 7-day heat map, and what you can see here is there's a bunch of players deep in the red, but a few that have pumped back over the last 7 days. Now check this out, all right? As I go through it, see if you notice anything. Bitcoin's sitting at 68,675, while ETH is 2461. Sol at 163 in the green, and XRP in the green at 51. XRP has been range bound. We're going to talk about XRP price at the end because, hey, 2 more days. We got election, man. We might be able to lift this storm cloud. BNB's down big over the last week, right? Touches 600. It's pumps and dumps. We've seen it with BNB. Now it's 559. SWE, remember SWE was at 225? Yeah, and then it went way back down. Now it's pumping up a little bit again over this last week, up 7%. Doge, big winner as well, 9% for the week to 15.7%. Real cool article here, and as always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, will be linked where everyone, they all be down below. 79% of Ethereum addresses currently in the profit. This actually was a very well-written article. I just wanted to share this with you, because what does that mean? Okay, when you have 79% of people in profit, and when you zoom out a little bit and you look at you look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it was some ridiculous number, like 94, 95% of people in profit, like insane number. So is that bullish or bearish, right? If you got a bunch of people in the green, does that mean you got a bunch of people that feel comfortable on holding on to it for longer, right? Because you're like, yo, I already banked some green. I could bank some more green. It's better than 94% of people in the red, right? So I think these are more bullish metrics when you see these upswings. Now, the reality is, though, is Bitcoin has definitely moved a lot stronger than Ethereum has. And in fact, we've seen Bitcoin really do a lot of good action from the ETFs because it's gotten a lot of traditional finance in play. And Ripple's doing their RLUSD launch, right? And they're becoming more decentralized. So are those two things going to help out the price of XP? Well, we're going to talk about that. But I just want to share with you that you do see a lot of ETH holders now in the green. I just don't see the excitement around ETH as I used to, right? Like, you think about a year ago, 2 years ago, there was really a lot more oomph around ETH. When ETH went from POW to POS, piece of shit, I think that's really when a lot of people got out of it, when they were like, well, what's the point of us mining this stuff? Because it's like, and that's what people wanted. People wanted to make the money on the mining. Speaking of making money, let's talk about Coinance. See, I told you, my head's not straight. Coinbase and Binance accused of charging hefty fees to list new project. Okay, accused, or are they doing it? Let's be real. No, they're doing it. Look, all right? Business is all about supply, demand, making money, okay? And if Coinbase and Binance are sitting here going, look, we're going to charge you a whole bunch to launch your project, where else are you going to go? Those are the two biggest kids on the block. And this is where the problem with crypto starts rearing its ugly head. Crypto, a lot of it's based on decentralization, right? I just brought it up with Ripple becoming more decentralized because they're dispersing XRP. But we're realizing crypto as a whole is becoming more centralized, and the ownership of crypto is happening with these two big companies, Coinbase and Binance. And the problem is if those two just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, they get to call the shots, right? I mean, Walmart gets to call the shots with their products on the shelves. And that, what happens there is these manufacturers, these producers of these products, they can't sell their stuff for what they would like to because they're like, oh, God, okay, I just got to pay for the Walmart overhead. I understand. Okay. Same thing's happening here. The debate began on October 31st when Simon Dedek, CEO of Moonrock Capital, first alleged that Binance demanded 15% of a project's token supply for listing on its platform. Holy crap. Binance co-founder Yi He countered these claims, explaining that Binance conducts a thorough screening for listing products, but clarified it does not impose fees. I don't know. We've heard several stories about this too. On November 2nd, Coinbase co-founder Brian Armstrong responded to Simon Dedek's post, asserting that listings on Coinbase are free and that exchanges do not charge fees for listing new tokens. Okay. Following this, Andre Cronje, the founder of Phantom Network, joined the conversation, claiming that Coinbase had quoted various fees between $30 million and $300 million. Shortly after, Tron's founder Justin Sun added his allegations on November 4th, claiming that Coinbase requested a substantial fee to list Tron, specifically $250 million Bitcoin deposit and $500 million of TRX worth around $80 million. I want you to think about that, all right? The big problem, the big fight you got on here is that if you're a new crypto company, or if you're thinking of launching a crypto venture, and all of a sudden you start hearing stories about, $30 million fees, 15% token holding, right, goes to the big player up at the top, right, Binance or Coinbase, that's going to make the entry fee, right, the money you got to pay to get into crypto just be way higher. That could really, really stop and slow down a whole bunch of new development in crypto. And we know there's going to be cool projects launched all the time because crypto's not going away, right? We know this is not going away. So every so often you're going to get some new fun things happening. Well, you're going to get less new fun things happening if it costs that much money to list the shit. So this is the big problem where crypto decentralization is now being controlled by a couple major entities. And these players out there, right, they control on the buy-in and on the selling side. So for you, what if all of a sudden Binance, Coinbase, this, and this, all these exchanges are like, we're just going to charge big fees to trade. Yeah, I get it. You can go to a decentralized exchange, but, let's be real here. Reason Binance and Coinbase are so big is because people prefer not to do that. So then on the listing side, they're charging a lot, which then is a really big barrier. And you're sitting here going, well, gosh, we might even stifle crypto innovation by the greed of these companies. The one that scares me the most out of this, though, is Coinbase. Because remember, Coinbase is publicly traded. So Coinbase's mission is all about bringing profits to their shareholders. And a lot of companies out there that are public often don't do what's best for the customer, but what's best for the shareholder. And the problem there is guess what? When you do what's best for the shareholder, you often fuck over the customer. Keep that in mind, kids. Ripple's escrow mechanism clarified. All right, look, I'll clarify it for you real easily. Companies, they need to raise money. How do they raise money? Well, Michael Saylor is selling off his debt so that he could get some BTC. You got Ripple putting their XRP on the market. You got Stellar doing their XRM. Tron does their TRX, right? So all these companies, they dump on the market, but it's also disbursement. So it has a two kind of tiered thing, okay? It's disbursement, it's funding, and what it also allows for is utility in terms of like moving on the chain, okay? So this happens. And I think we're all agreeing that this is normal, okay? Crypto was not going to make money right off the bat for these companies. These companies needed a way to get cash flow going in order to keep doing things. And think of Ripple, right? They got big bills with the SEC. It's not like Ripple's lawyers are like, we're going to give you the family discount here. We're going to give you the bulk rate one. No, dude, they're going to spend like a couple $100 million on this thing. That's money that just gets pulled out of revenue. It's a lot of zeros right there. So let's read about this because Bill Morgan is commenting here, and he's a little bit of a negative Nancy, but he's got some good insight. Crypto attorney Bill Morgan recently offered his insights into Ripple's escrow system, describing it as a sign of responsible management of XRP reserves. Basically, what's going on here? is that Morgan's going, look, Ripple could just always dump it all right now, right? But they don't. Well, the SEC in the lawsuit asserted that the escrow was one of several measures Ripple took to buttress the price of XRP. Many in the XRP community believes it suppresses the price, but that seems wrong for dozens of reasons. Ripple messaging that its escrow shows it's responsible for stewardship of large but steadily declining volume of the XRP it controls. So yeah, are they upfront about their disbursement? Yeah, that's cool. Do they use it to help with operational stuff? Yeah, of course they do. It's the crypto world. So the escrow stuff, like I see it, and I see it all the time. And I had a lot of comments regarding the escrow stuff too. And I do understand people are upset because when you think of the escrow, what is it really that's bothering you? Okay. What it really bothering all of us is this, is that circulating supply is growing. And it's the same for Stellar too. Stellar's circulating supply is growing as well, 2 billion a year. It's growing in terms of the circulating supply, but are the holders getting the value? Right? Are the holders benefiting? Because then you have to start asking yourselves, well, wait a minute, if the holders aren't benefiting, then what? And that's the whole thing. It's about using money correctly. Think of governments out there, right? We got the election coming up in a couple days, so think of governments. Think of governments in your tax money. You're sitting here going, you know what? Yeah, you are going to tax me. You're going to tax my ass. But you know what? I'm going to get great schools. I'm going to get great roads, great health care. I'm going to get all sorts of stuff. And none of that happens, okay? Because governments don't use your money effectively. And so that's the point. The point is if Ripple is using all this XRP for funding, dev, paying bills, exploring new projects and so forth, are they doing it like the best? Or are they being like the governments, say like the United States and so forth, where they're just pissing a lot of the money away and you're not seeing the value of it? Because think about that. No one would give a shit about XRP being dumped on the market by Ripple if the price was $2 right now. So it's not the fact that Ripple's becoming decentralized, right? And I get it. Bill Morgan's trying to make it seem like this is a very responsible thing. And it is. You should be responsible for what you're putting on the market. But the real problem is people are like, yeah, but the price isn't there. So this sucks. And with all the XRP you've been using, the price isn't moving at all. So you're just going to keep selling XRP and the holders aren't going to get anything? That's a scary concept to think about. So let's talk price, okay? I've talked a lot recently about the mess zone, right? And y'all are like, oh my God, Klaus, shut the fuck up, the mess zone. No, the mess zone is like real, okay? And the mess zone's that zone where you're just like, dude, I don't want to buy, I don't want to sell, I'm stuck in the middle. And I kept telling you, I said, look, a lot of you out there like buying your XRP sub 50 cent. A lot of you are sub 47 cent, okay? So a lot of you like buying cheap XRP, and I keep saying, hey, look, when you look at the charts, there's sub 50 cent XRP all the time. And look, you had another opportunity here if you had some limit orders set to buy some sub 50 cent XRP on the 3rd of November. Okay, cool. You also had an opportunity here on the 25th of October. And so when we talk about the mezzone and we talk about the excitement of XRP, and when I zoom out right here, you can see that several times you can buy sub 50, sub 50, sub 50, sub 50, sub 50. So for those of you that are looking to stack, there's always going to be events to stack. Always. Think about it. Just in this last month, you've had 2 opportunities to buy sub 50. That's huge. You zoom out a little bit more, and all of a sudden, you're like, you do another opportunity. And you also have the opportunities to play those swings for you short-term players out there. You could play those swings, buy sub 50, sell north of 60 quite a few times. Yeah, it's happened quite a few times this year. So you can make an easy 30, 40% if you want to play those swings. But is the price we're at right now like a real buy zone, like 50.9? No, not really. Is it a sell zone? No, not really. And that's why I brought up the idea of Ripple's escrow. The only reason Ripple's escrow is a big story is because there is a lot of XRP being used on the market by Ripple. There is a lot of XLM on the market being used by Stellar, and the price sucks. If the price were good, no one would care about the dumpage on the market because they would be like, you know what? That dumpage is worth it. But right now you have to ask yourself, is all that dumpage worth it? At under 51 cents, you might have a hard time convincing me of that. And the thing is, results are results. And I think a lot of us out there would be thinking a different tone, having a different feeling towards this. Seriously, if the price were near $2, then you wouldn't care if Ripple is dumping. You wouldn't care if the SEC is bending over Ripple and XRP. Because price does fix everything. So now you've got the centralization of crypto, right, with these exchanges, getting lots of money from token listings. And dude, come on now, Binance and Coinbase. No, we don't charge fees. You know why they say that? So that players don't go elsewhere. Because they would just totally just kill the whole development. So they're making money on this stuff. Then they're making money on the trading action on you. Every time you buy and sell, there's a little juice you got to pay to the exchanges. Ripple's making money selling off to primary, and then primary gets to make money when they sell it to, well, whoever the hell wants to buy it. So now you've got all of these people making money on this, and that end holder, right, that XRP retail holder is sitting here going, yo, y'all are making money on this. Coinbase is making money on the trading and the listing of it. Binance is making the trading and listing of it. Ripple's making it from primary. The primary people are able to sell it because you know they got it at a discount. And then that leaves the retail holders. And the retail holders are like, yo, you've got how many more billions of this left that y'all are going to make money on, and we're not seeing the action here? And that lies the problem. If all that was being dumped on the market and price was $2, we'd be all singing a different tone right now, wouldn't we? We wouldn't give a shit if Ripple dumped on the market. Ripple could pull down its pants and just dump, and people would be like, yo, I don't care if you shit on me. I'm at $2 XRP right now. But we're not. So it is all about performance. Now, I'm going to end this video with my race snip. This was me crossing the finish line in the dark. I damaged my headlamp. I fell. I took a pretty nasty fall. I had to finish the race like in the dark. I was on emergency power light only on my headlamp in the middle of the woods. So enjoy me being Patrick Starr himself, who said he was afraid of the dark, and I was racing in the dark, and you'll get it. Choo choo, bitches.
Wee woo. Wee woo. No, it's Patrick. Wee woo. Wee woo. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Woo. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I need a little first aid. I messed up my hand.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did you get stigmata wounds?
What is
No, I cut it open.
Oh no.
I'll go grab your thing. I'll be
Thank
right
you.
back. All right.
Every time I fall, I end up getting like